The hate you give little infants F's everybody. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Anyways, today I have
Femi,
and I'm also Femi, and today, guys, we're going to be doing drum roll, everybody. You guys are really good. We're going to be doing the hate you give movie/video review. Sorry, movie/book review.
The hate you give is generally a story about a girl named Starr, and she's black, and she lives in a black neighborhood, and the issue is her friend, a close friend of hers, was killed by a white police officer. And so the whole movie is generally about how she handles it, how the people around her handle it, and how the society handles it, and how the world handles it. Because, like, you know, same story, different name, because like it's something that's happened before, but now it's happening to a close friend. So she has to go through this trauma. She goes through a lot with her dad, with her family, and then the end. Like, it's generally a pretty easy storyline. I don't know. There's her boyfriend in there. Throw her racist friend in there too.
Where it's basically like black people trying to be heard.
It's a story about speaking out. You know, because by the end, she now brings out a microphone. She's like, you know, I don't know what she says, but she says something.
Lived.
Yeah, he lived.
Khalil lived.
He lived.
Yeah, basically.
No justice, no peace, no racist.
Police. I remember that one.
Yeah, and all that stuff. So yeah,
that was basically what the hate you give is about.
It does not much. I mean, there's a lot in it.
There's a lot in it, but the story is just that very short,
general
idea. Who was your favorite character in the movie?
That's really hard. What's her name? Starr. The main character.
That was your favorite character?
My favorite character was the dad.
Me too! That was my favorite character. The dad was just so
powerful.
Father figure,
like,
powerful. He was just all of it. Who was your worst character in the movie?
Can I say my own? Okay. Okay, mine was Starr, because like I just love the way she like had so much emotion invested in like that whole part. Like the way she basically she experienced everything like that the movie was talking about basically, and I love like how she portrayed her emotions and how like basically how she acted her part. Like
when I read the book, I was so mad at Starr. I didn't even finish reading the book because I didn't like it, because she was just so quiet. You know, like in the movie she was quiet for a while and then she spoke, but halfway through the book she was still, oh, my hands are shaking, I can't talk. Yeah, like that was how it was, because she didn't speak up.
In the book, it just dragged out for a really long time.
Dragged it out, like how she was so G3 and how she didn't want to talk. Okay, so who was your worst character in the movie?
I need sometimes think about it.
My worst was King, obviously, because he was the
game
lord.
Of King wasn't my worst.
I mean, well, then who would be your worst?
I would let you know. What was your worst?
Why don't you want to say? Okay. I say I think I know my worst. The girl's friend.
Yes, Hailey was my worst.
Friend.
Okay. Yeah, she was so racist without knowing that she was racist.
She's basically like all those people that are like, oh, I'm not racist because I have a black friend. Because like when she had Starr as a friend, she felt like she wasn't racist, and I felt like that was stupid.
And she referred to Khalil as our people.
Yeah, I don't even.
Because that was
I can understand why she got even angry.
Our people. You're right. And then the other time when she's like, oh, treat the basketball like it's a piece of fried chicken.
That was really not.
And then when Starr went all, I'm going to use a comb to kill you.
Yeah, that scene was it was confusing, but it was like, oh, you know, it shows that no matter whose hand it kind of, if you're black, then it's threatening or something. So that was kind of,
What was like the thing that you took out about how the movie relates to the world, like things that's still going on in the world that the movie exposed us to?
Racism.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. One thing I really noticed that even because like I saw in like videos from like the US and the cops and everything. Like it's not just white cops that do that. Even black cops do the same thing. They're basically racist to black people. No matter who the cop is, whether you're black or white, they're still racist. Like without knowing. Cause like let's say like in the movie, they asked Starr asked her uncle that if he saw a white guy holding the comb, because apparently the boy that was killed was holding a comb and they thought it was a weapon. So she was like, oh, if a white guy was holding the same comb, would you have shots? Would you have thought it was a weapon? Or would you say put your hands up? And he was like, put your hands up. But if a black guy was with the same comb, what would you do? He'll shoot. And that kind of thing it just reminds you of like, this is everyone's mindset, not just white people. Like even black people
And
are
Uncle
racist.
Carlos is black.
Yeah.
And Uncle Carlos goes, oh, the world is a...
unfair.
He used this...
So the world is complicated.
Yes, the world is complicated. And Star's like, oh, it's not that complicated to me. And is the world actually complicated to you?
Like I think her response was a little like kind of grief based and kind of like it was her struggling to understand things, but I do think I agree with Carlos that the world is complicated and she just needs to, even Starr herself I think she figured it out by the end, but like at that point she was like, why can't people just understand that, but people have different mentalities, that kind of thing.
And I feel like black people have given everyone room to believe that this kind of thing is who they are. Because like everybody sees like a black community and they're like, oh, they're dogs, they're hood rats, they're all of this. And like I think black people first of all need to give them like a different mindset, because like in the movie the whole community, like they have a party and next thing there's a shootout. Like that kind of thing shouldn't be a normal thing for a black community. Like they should give them reason to think that, okay, we're changed, we're trying to be responsible, we're trying to be good people. Because like even the King guy, he was in a gang and they do drugs and all of that. Like they need to remove that whole stereotype from black people, and the change will start with black people themselves, not even the white people. Because like if you make them believe that, okay, this is not who we are anymore, then I think like people will start believing that themselves.
But it's so hard to it's so hard to try and change that stereotype, because half the time it's not even us that's like really promoting it. Half the time they just see it as that, like they were just having a party. Maybe it just looked intimidating because most of the people in that party were black, but generally what should we do in a situation like that to make ourselves less threatening? Like we can't really do anything. There's nothing we can, because like if they see a party full of white people, they're not gonna suddenly shoot into it thinking that they're doing drugs
at the
or
party
something.
was by the cops.
I don't know.
I think it was the cops.
No, I think it was the black people fighting, because before the shootout, you saw that there were a group of guys fighting.
Yeah, there was.
So it was the shootout was between the black people. It wasn't anybody else. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then I agree with you, because then we need to do something.
Yeah, why are they carrying guns to a party? Like, why do you have a gun there? Like,
some people just like to conform to the stereotypes. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like in as much as they're like those people that do like those kind of things, they're still like people.
They're still normal people.
Yeah, like they're still normal black people, but it's just that I feel like the negative now so it's like the stereotype is true, and then like everybody's conforming to what the stereotypical people are saying, basically. And then so the slogan THUGLIFE, let's all say it together. THUGLIFE, the hate you give little infants, S everybody. The hate you give little infants, S everybody. What is it?
It's like, I think I watched back of the movie. I don't know what you guys are saying.
She's like, okay.
THUGLIFE, the hate you give little infants,
No, I don't
S
know that.
everybody. What do you guys think about, like, you know, Khalil explained it, and then he's like, oh, what the society does to us when we're little comes back to bite them when we grow up and when we wide out, right? And then it's like when Sekani was at the end of the movie, when Sekani held a gun and he's like, don't shoot my daddy, and then Starr explained that this is the legit definition of thug life. Do you understand?
It was Khalil's explanation at the beginning was just telling us what it meant, but Sekani was like an example. Like, it's quite accurate in how they say that being negative to little ones and the little ones being surrounded by that constant negativity, and like even there's that one scene where Sekani is with the rest of the family and they're watching the TV and there's the people throwing stuff into the crowd and the violence. Like, if it were me, I would turn off that TV. I mean, it's not really doing much, but to hide them from that violence so that when they grow up, they're not like suddenly thinking that it's okay to...
Yeah.
And it'll come and bite us in the butt eventually. So.
Yeah, and for the beginning part where the father was giving them the lecture of like how if they should be stopped by the cops, like they should just put their hands on the dashboard. That kind of talk for a 7-year-old, 10-year-old, and 1-year-old. I think that's, what's the word I'm looking for?
Intense.
Yeah, that's really intense. Like,
I mean,
why?
he gave the talk because he knew that at some point
It
in
would
their
happen,
life, they would,
yeah.
Exactly.
it would
Why
happen.
do they even need to, like? Why do they need to like feel like that they should give that talk to children?
Because in their community,
exactly,
it's like the norm.
because black people have been treated in such a way that
way,
you just have to give your children that talk so they don't get killed because they're black. And I feel like that's really wrong. Like, because why does a 1-year-old need to know that? Or if I don't show my hands when a cop pulls me over, that they'll probably kill me because they think I'm with a weapon.
Yeah, the 1-year-old probably wasn't listening.
Probably, but I think maybe he was giving the talk later when he was grown. But like, still, like, you know, children don't need to know that. And I saw the fear in their eyes, because even when Starr was pulled over the first time, when she remembered what her dad was saying, like she was so scared. Because like that kind of thing scars you, because you know that, okay, if my hands aren't here where they can see, they might shoot. Because that's what I've been told when I was a child. So that kind of thing, I feel like it's really intense and very scary for like little children because they're black. Yeah. So I don't know. That's what I think about that. So,
yeah. It's just crazy because like that's the community and that's like the truth. Like that's what they actually face. So if you don't know, like Khalil, probably nobody gave him the talk. So he was like, I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, he was so chill. And then he was even brushing his hair when the cop was like stay in one place. So he was just so chill. But Starr already knew.
What?
Like, imagine if Starr never had the talk and then as Khalil was doing his own, she was also doing her own, that kind of thing. And then maybe the story might have been different. Let me not write a script for them.
Yeah, no, like, I want to add to that. But, like, yeah, what Khalil... Like, some people, they'll watch the movie and they won't want to see any fault in what Khalil did. But even then, you kind of have to look past the fact that you're black and he's black and you want to support. But you kind of have to be like, okay, well, he, yes, should have listened. But also, we never get a hint that Khalil had, like, a father figure. So that's probably also one of the reasons why he was never given, like, the talk. And his mom was a drug dealer or whatever. She did drugs. I don't know.
He was kind of ignorant about the
yeah,
whole
he had
thing.
no idea.
Yeah.
So,
and
like...
apart from that, what the cop did was really wrong, because, like, he found out that he was holding a hairbrush. Like, he shouldn't have shot, like, even though he thought it was a weapon. But still, like, Khalil was told to keep his hands behind his head or something like that. And he still went in the car to reach for something. Anyone in their right mind's, like, impulse would have said, okay, that's probably a weapon, right? And he just shoots. But, like, I just feel like he should have listened to her, and like if he had known that, okay, this is what they think about black people and this is what they would think when he did that, he would probably have like not done that. Like,
yeah, but like Uncle Carlos explained it is like, oh, when they're reaching out into the car, are they going for a weapon? Can you see? Is it late at night?
Do I have really dark,
do I have someone with me? And it was late at night. He was like far away from. He didn't have anybody with him. So like all the definitions that Uncle Carlos gave,
and the conversation he was having with her. Like if he said if the girl was in there,
like if there's a girl, raped? Was she raped? Was she beaten?
If they're having a conversation, they're like, oh, are they ganging up against?
And it's not like we're like defending like the cop or whatever, but it's also like
it's like
human. It's like
imagine seeing someone that's about to shoot.
But then also with the fact that he was black,
the fact that
the stereotype comes out very prominently.
Because Starr asked Uncle Carlos, oh, what if it was a white man driving a Mercedes in a white community? And Uncle Carlos says, I'll tell him to put his hands up. So basically, it's still the whole.
But I really got mad because they put the guy on paid leave or something. Like, even if he thought that was a gun or something, it doesn't change the fact that he committed murder. And he wasn't even right about the weapon thing. So, like, at least there should have been some form of penalty, even if it was, like, getting fired or, like, maybe...
And at the end, they didn't do anything to him.
Yeah, they didn't even take that to trial. Like, they should have even given them, like, this thing to fight, knowing fully well that wasn't a weapon. If it was a weapon, oh, my God, he can... Everyone can go in normally, like, with their normal lives. But, like, it was a hairbrush. Like, they should have even taken that to, at least, to trial, to listen to them present their case or something. They should have done something about it, not just push it over to the side. And like every time the black people came to protest or to fight for their rights, they kept fighting back. So that kind of thing, I don't know. It's just, it basically says that black people do not have a voice to me, kind of. Because like every time they said something, they were just pushed back and not listened to.
And the way like the people were so focused on how like Khalil was a supposed drug dealer and all of that, and they were not
how
focused
he lived
about
his life and not how he died.
How he died,
That actually got
that was so painful, But remember the time when Starr was like, "Oh, that no matter how loud we talk, and no matter how we say it, like we never get hurt." Yeah.
I mean, it's true. Like it's true. As much as people want to be like, "Oh, let's end racism," I doubt it's gonna end anytime soon. But we can reduce it. But still, no matter how many times we try to like say something, your voice will always be kind of pushed back. So, you know, I'm not gonna say live with it, but definitely keep fighting.
I just feel like, one day the voices probably will be heard.
Eventually.
You can't ignore black people forever. Like, at some point, they're probably gonna.
We're pretty loud. They
can't
ignore.
Okay, so does anybody have any final thing to say? Yeah.
I'm glad she dropped the white friend.
I'm so glad she dropped Hailey.
I actually thought she wouldn't. I like when she had the conversation with her mom. I thought it was gonna be something where she was like, "Oh, the good outweighs the bad," and then she just stayed with her. Yeah. But I'm very glad.
And then in the book, Hailey also spoke to Maya because Maya is Asian, and she said something about eating dogs or something like that
to her friend, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, because I don't know about that, but yeah, Hailey was pretty racist without knowing.
She really thought she wasn't racist. She was like, "Oh, I'm not racist." I was like,
and then when Hailey goes, the cop's life also matters, and Starr is like,
just like that's not what we're talking about.
That is like the cop's life matters more than the person you're protesting for. That is a problem to me. Yeah, because they were protesting for Khalil.
Oh yeah, that was also a really annoying scene because like they all used his death to miss class, and I was like, that's no.
Oh, Chris! We forgot about Chris.
Who's that?
The boyfriend.
Oh yeah, okay, he was perfect.
He was so supportive. He was so perfect. Yeah,
he added a constant to the movie. Like he was like a nice.
He was like the nice white guy, you know.
Not just nice. Like I feel like he was wise. No, I'm not wise, but like he knew what he was about, and he wasn't just like he wasn't racist like the rest of them. Like he believed in black people. He didn't believe in the stereotype that goes with black people, and I really love that. Like how he supported her, like regardless of what happened and what like everyone thought about black people, and that was just amazing for me.
Just to add to Chris, like he even if it wasn't like just for all black people in general, but like even just for her specifically, he was just like
He was
there. Like he was just, and he wasn't there in like a cheesy way. He was there in like a normal way. They added him in normally. You know, he wasn't like, oh, the white boyfriend that makes everything better or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and he wanted to help and like
And then another reason why I liked the dad was because like when Chris came and everybody knew that, you know, they were dating and the dad didn't know. And then Starr and the father was like, oh, I guess I didn't. You should say it.
What?
And the dad was
No,
like,
it was
oh,
like,
I guess
I wasn't, you know,
a
a
good
good enough example of a black man.
man.
And she was like, nah, you were a good example of a man, you know? And it was just kind of like...
not black,
deep.
not white.
Just a man in general. Because we all know, like, it's actually a fact that I heard of 2 years ago or like a while ago that like daughters tend to go with men that look like their dads, and then sons tend to go with women that look like their moms. So he was like, oh, you know, he's white.
He's a white.
Why is he not black? I'm black.
And then I just like the way he just took it. Like when Starr said that, he didn't even like
he
go
didn't
any
argue.
further. Yeah, he didn't argue. He's
Throw her
like,
out the house.
yeah, true. And what a man should be, not a black man. Okay, so what was your 2 favorite quotes? I'm saying 2 because I had 2. What was yours? If you have one, say one. But I had 2. If you have more than 2, say 2. Yeah. Because I feel like there were so many quotes in there. I have 2.
Well, I don't think I remember any quotes.
Well, I think I have 2 as well, so I'll just say the one that I remember. If you don't see... yeah, I know. If you don't see my blackness, you don't see me.
Ooh, I love that.
That was good.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that was the only part where I was like, Chris.
Yeah, and then he goes,
I see you. Like, how does that explain anything? It's like, okay, I see you too.
Yeah.
No, I feel like that was actually a good response.
No,
like,
it was not.
It was. What would he have said?
So, like, I see you is not a good response to if you don't see my blackness, you don't see me. Like,
because like
obviously
the
when
point
I
is
see you, I see that you're black. So if Chris was like, oh, I don't care about color, you don't care about color, but you see the color, right? It's there.
He doesn't exactly. But he says, okay. She says, if you don't see the
my blackness, you don't see me.
You don't. So if he says he sees her, then he sees everything. That
No. But the thing is, he didn't address the previous
like,
comment.
Yeah,
he didn't address the fact that she was black.
He already said he doesn't see color. Then if he went back to say, oh, I see your blackness, then it kind of contradicts.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Like he does, like he didn't give a good enough explanation to what she put on ground.
Yeah, because she was like, how to me that was see like my blackness.
Well, to me, I feel like that like got everything that she was trying to say to him to me, cause like, well, he wouldn't want to contradict himself.
Yeah, he wouldn't want to contradict himself, but
he already said
like,
he doesn't see color.
Maybe he should have just said something else. But like, I feel like even a deeper conversation with each other later on, like maybe like something at some point, maybe they could have been like, oh, well, like let's talk about this. Let's have a conversation. Because I would not have been satisfied with I see you. I would have been like, okay, so you see me as in the way you've been seeing me all the other times, or you now see me with my blackness, or like how do you see? What are you seeing? You know, what is it that you're?
I mean,
first of all, he still
embraced
like the black community.
Yeah, he did.
He was
because he even went to help. Like when
I feel like he was confused. He just didn't know what he was. Because he was like, I don't see color, but you do. He was just kind of like, I don't really know what she's looking for.
He was trying to say it in such a way that he doesn't seem racist.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the vibe.
You never know, because I don't know, I'm not white, so you never know what you might say to a black person. So you just want to say what you think are the right.
But nowadays, I don't see color is not a sentence that will not offend black people. They'll just be like, what do you mean you don't see? What color am I, gray to you?
I think what he just meant was I don't differentiate people.
Yeah, I think that's what he meant. Like, I see the inside of you, not like the outside.
What I was trying to say in the right way.
Yeah,
that's the truth.
What's your second favorite quote? You said you had 2.
I can't exactly think of one, but like generally where the thing on his wait no it was like the end is like I gave this is really small, but like it's just like I gave you power in your name, so use it. Like something like that. It's a small sentence, but like it kind of spoke to me because I was like, you know, especially when I noticed that a lot of Black people, or pretty much all of us, when we name our children, we name them names that mean something.
Yeah.
So like it was just kind of powerful because it was like we all have power in our names, so we need to use it more.
Starr,
yes.
Sakani,
joy. So cute. Like I was like, okay, okay. So,
I love the father so much. My second favorite quote was, my first was obviously if you don't see my blackness. My second one was, the same story, a different name. Today's name is Khalil, whatever his last name was. Harris. Yeah. That was my, it's just saying that basically the same thing keeps going on and on and on, but we just call it different things, like it just comes in different forms, but it's still the same story. Racism. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe.
I'm Nafemi, this is Nafemi,
and that's Chimdi. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and I will see you in my next video.